Get right to it. Is trucking for you? Question, question, question. Is trucking for you? How do you know? Well, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the benefits of trucking and type of people I feel like trucking is good for. Let me give you a rundown. Anybody who's grew up in the hood and poverty is good for you. If you're homeless, if you don't have anywhere to live, and homeless comes in different. You don't have to be sleeping on the street just to be homeless. You could just not have a place you call home, basically, and that's homeless. Homeless people, uh, if you're trying to save for an occasion, or stack up your money to be able to, just save for a house. Maybe you don't want to do renting, don't want to waste your money on rent. Just want to, what I'm saying, save for a house and possibly buy cash, depending on where area you live at and how long you stay on the road. So I'm gonna break it down for each individual. So for the person that grows up in the hood or an urban community, whatever you want to call it, poverty. The reason I say trucking is good for you if you're going over the road. For one, it helps you get away from the neighborhood. When you just sitting in that environment every day, hanging around the same people, not really doing nothing, time will pass you by. I know because I did it. I come from that same situation. Growing up, I never even left my area for real. Besides maybe family reunion, that's about it. And then when you go on the family reunion, we still stay in the hotel and in that one isolated area. We don't even get to see the city for real. Yeah, I'm from the DC area. I never left really. We call it DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, and that's Northern Virginia. I'm not even talking about the South part of Virginia. Growing up, I never even left that area. All of that is within like a 30-minute radius for real. Hour. I think the furthest is probably like an hour and a half out Baltimore, basically. Never left that area. So when you never leave your area, that's all you know. And this world is so big with so much more to offer. And when you stuck in the area, all you see is the same stuff every day, whether it's drugs, violence, whatever. You think that's the word, you think that's everything. But when you hit the road, I'm trying to tell you, you see nothing but land, or you start to go to different states and stuff, see how them people living and stuff like that. It just open your eyes to a whole different like ball game. And also makes you even possibly think about relocating because you see maybe how much your area. 'Cause I know my area is high for cost of living, but that's because it pays out well. But if you're in the truck industry, where you got to see there, you can get the same amount of money no matter what state you're living in. So basically, what I mean, your income is not based on where you live; it's based on the industry. So say I'm in the truck industry, I've been putting my years in, I'm getting this certain amount of money, X amount of dollars, say 1,000 a week or something like that. That's 4,000 a month. You go live in the south somewhere, outskirts of Atlanta, Texas, Midwest, anywhere. Rent out there way cheaper. You can get one bedroom, or you get. I know people. I heard of people paying their house mortgages like $800. Area I live in for what they call it, middle income type houses. Your mortgage gonna be about 1,400 on the average, and that's minimum. I'm shooting low for that. You probably living in the hood with that. So what I'm saying is, for those set of people who growing up in poverty, bad neighborhood, and all that, come out here, man. It opens your eyes up to a whole nother way of living, and it disconnects you from the TV, all the stuff they putting on TV, all the ratchet reality, all that stuff. They're like you open your eyes to a whole bigger world out here. For the person that's homeless, obviously, When you have a CDL, you go over the road, you have no reason. You got a place to live right there. You got a bed, you getting money. Like they base, you know what I'm saying? You getting to see scenery every day. And when you want to come back in town for your home time, what I used to do before I got my own place, I used to just get a hotel room. It's much cheaper. If you ain't got no girlfriend, no wife, no kids, or nothing like that, you just single, you go on the road, you come home, it's way cheaper to just get you a hotel room for the week you home or whatever. Like I used to rent a room out at like those hotels that got like the stove and stuff like that. Those week long extended stay hotels. Pay like 400 a week for that. And I came home like maybe 2 weeks every 2.5 months or something like that. That was just my preference. You don't have to stay out as long as me. That's just what I did. But yeah, I would do that. And so, say if you did that, say if you just came home a week every month, 400. That's 400 a month for rent. And then say you get a storage unit or something like that, that run you like an extra hundred. We say $150 or something like that. That's $550 a month versus, like say, a person in my area, you get your apartment. If you in the at minimum $1,000 right there, one bedroom, and you never there, you on the road. So like I said, and then that whole time, if you do it smart, you can stay on the road, stack your money up, and then when you know what I'm saying, ready to come a little closer home or not be out as long or even get out of the industry, you can have X amount of dollars stacked up whether you either buy a house cash or you put a large down payment. You can do so many different things because you got a large lump sum of money just sitting there, which the average person that's at home um, working every day, going home, living a normal life, it's gonna be much harder for them to get that type of income, that type of cash just sitting somewhere because you gotta pay for rent, eating out, you doing activities and stuff, and vacation and all that stuff. When you out here, man, like you could take a day off or something in the area you in. You in Florida, take a day out, go to the beach. You can do stuff in every state you in. Especially if you're hard working, your company like you and stuff like that. You just, you know what I'm saying? Tell them you want to take a couple days off when you drop your load off in such and such area. So for the homeless person, they give you a place to stay and you get to enjoy life. So that's people in the hood, grew up in the hood, and people who yeah don't have any place, don't have a place to stay. Homeless people, people without a home. I'm saying without a home. I'm not gonna say homeless. That just has a bad ring to it. But yeah, I mean like it really helps. And one thing about the CDL, like you will always have a job. Like as long as you have a clean driving record, you're a good worker. Like companies will hire you just like that, just from a company standpoint. You can go work for anybody as long as you got the experience they need for the field you're in. Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Like, think about it. It's trucking for you. I know it's for me. I love it. Changed my life. See y'all on the next one.